I got a few guests joining me today. Very excited to be talking with Cassie, Joe, and Texas, all part of a really great production of a play that is going to be at the Beckwith Theatre in Dowagiac called Murdered to Death. So excited to talk with you guys. Cassie, let's start with you. This show, tell us a little bit more about it. You were telling me just a little while ago that you guys are in, deep into rehearsals. Tech Week's about to start. For people that don't know what Tech Week is, that's like crunch time for theater people. Is you got to get everything all lined up, ready to go, and you get ready for opening day and opening night. But what's the show all about?
Well, this is a show written by Peter Gordon. It is a farce comedy, hilarious blend of mystery and comedy. And it is set in the 1930s, 1936. Mr. Gordon was very specific about that. And it takes place in a manor, an English country manor, owned by Mildred Bagshot. She's having friends over for the weekend. And somehow people start dying. Once the bodies hit the floor, we get Inspector Pratt, played by Joe Daniel. And he comes with Constable Tompkins and tries to solve the murder, while there's a bunch of hijinks happening in the background. It's really fun, and I swear I've seen this show like 50 times now, so I can say that it is really, really good, and I'm a big fan of Agatha Christie, and it pulls a lot from her tropes that we typically see, and doesn't make fun of them, but uses them in a very comedic way.
So kind of first, when I was looking at it and kind of seeing little clips of stuff and reading about it, it kind of feels like that's not quite Mel Brooks kind of comedy, but sort of Naked Gun, maybe kind of feeling of a murder mystery. But it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys, like you said, you're having a great time in rehearsals. And even though you've been a part of it, many runs of doing the show, you're still finding the comedy and the fun in it. So, Cassie, are you in the play as well? Are you doing anything like helping with directing at all, or are you just in the play?
I'm in the play, and I am helping two wonderful women costume, okay. Barb Klein and Peggy Hamill, both married to Bill Klein and Steve Hamill, who are also in the cast. These ladies have costumed for a long time, and they are so talented, and I'm just happy to kind of be like, here, I helped, but they have taken on the lion's share of costuming, and everybody looks phenomenal because of it. That's and I awesome. Also you asked that too. I'm also in it. I play Elizabeth Hartley Trumpington.
Okay, tell me more about that character.
She's so modest. Joe laughs because he knows I'm so modest about it. She is a socialite who comes with Pierre Marceau, an art dealer, and she serves as a bit of a distraction for Pratt and a few other, well, a lot of the male characters, actually. And she's tons of fun. I am absolutely outrageous anytime I'm on stage. And it's probably some of the most fun I think I've had on stage to date.
That's awesome. This show runs the 26th, 27th, and 28th of September, and then the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of October. And if you want to check it out at the Beckwith Theatre, beckwiththeatre.com to get your tickets. But Joe, let's talk about your character. Of course, Inspector Pratt. Kind of tell me about this character. Is he kind of like the typical inspector that you see in a lot of plays and movies and things?
I would say the answer to that question is no. Inspector Pratt arrives on the scene after there's been an occurrence, a crime, and he only shows up because there's been a flu virus that's infiltrated his precinct. So he's the only guy left that shows up, and he's not maybe the most prepared, or he's a little bit inept. He's a little bit clumsy, but he's trying really hard, and he's very overconfident in his ability. So a lot of the fun in the play is watching Inspector Pratt kind of stumble through the discovery of the mystery, and then inevitably solving the case. Maybe not due to anything that he's deducted on his own, but just by happenstance. And it's very funny all the way through.
So how do you, I guess, how did you prepare for this? Did you watch any, inspector type movies, very like Pink Panther or anything like that? Did you prepare for this, or what did you do?
Yeah, great question. Preparation, honestly, a lot of it, we do use English accents in this show, and that's not something that I've personally done before. So a lot of YouTubing about how to say words in an English accent. It's not murder, it's murder, right? So that there was a lot of study there. In terms of the inspector, Larry Nielsen, our director, I think totally typecast me, and I appreciate it because I too am overconfident and a little goofy. So I didn't have to prepare too much that way. You did mention like the Naked Gun series at the top of this interview, watching Detective Frank Drebin growing up and his kind of clumsiness, a lot of inspiration from those types of goofy, wholesome characters that are trying really hard, but maybe not always getting great results.
Yeah, it's kind of how you had said, kind of stumbling upon solving the case, and that's kind of how a lot of those kind of characters, like Frank Drebin and like Pink Panther and things like that, where they just kind of this happens, and then they're like, "Oh, look, I just solved the case, but I didn't even realize it myself, but everybody else realized it around me realized it before I did." So that sounds like a lot of fun. So you're enjoying doing this show and being a part of this cast.
It's so much fun. I've been involved in theater quite a bit over the past few years, but lately mainly in like behind the scenes roles for other productions. So this is my first time acting in 2025, and to be able to do it in a show that is so much fun, not only with kind of goofy humor, but there's some slapstick in here. There's all sorts of different ways we can make people laugh. And like Cassie mentioned, we're still finding new ways to make each other laugh. So I imagine that's going to translate really well to audiences. I think it's going to be a great time. And because Inspector Pratt's kind of inept, I think it's going to be a race between the audience members and Inspector Pratt to see who can solve the mystery first.
That's cool. Have you done stuff at the Beckwith before?
Yeah, my last show that I did in 2024 was actually at the Beckwith in 12 Angry Jurors. I was juror number 7, who's kind of the swing vote, so that was fun. That was my first serious role, and now I'm back to where I'm most comfortable in more of a comedic role.
Love it. Texas, let's talk about you. What brought you to being a part of this show?
Well, I tend to go towards comedic shows. Okay. And this being a spoof of Agatha Christie really kind of drew me in because I am a big fan of hers as well. But this particular character has a lot of range, which is not something that I'm used to. I think more so because of my age. But it's been so fun to play that and been able to develop that character. And this is also my third time working with Larry, and he's an amazing director. So
yeah, no, that's awesome. When you say range, without giving anything away, I don't want to tell any parts of the story, but what do you mean by that?
So Dorothy is Mildred's aunt, or niece. Mildred is Dorothy's aunt. So she is a very big advocate for Mildred. So when things kind of start happening behind the scenes, you see that side of Dorothy that comes out that may be a little bit more serious towards those situations, and being able to jump back and forth between, dealing with murder and having to deal with that side of it, and also being more assertive in situations is very fun to play and develop. And the character psychology on Dorothy, I think, is just a very good set of, range within the character.
Sure. That's cool. What's been your favorite part of doing this show?
Well, I definitely have my favorite scenes that kind of become mood swings.
Okay.
As a good way to put it, but
that's fun. No, this is going to be great. The Beckwith Theatre is one of my favorite places to perform, and such a great intimate space, and perfect for this time of year, especially when you're doing a murder mystery. It just kind of has that vibe to it. So I'm sure putting it all together and with the set and the costumes and all that, it's going to really be a fun, immersive experience for everyone. And as you said, Joe, that solving the mystery together with everyone in the audience, but as well as with the cast, it should be a lot of fun. Cassie, you did mention that there is something fun happening for opening night, right? A wine night, right?
Yes. So Beckwith, for their opening night, brings in wineries typically, and they sell wine to enhance the experience. You don't need to have wine to enjoy us, but I think it'll definitely enhance it. It's like the sprinkles on a cupcake. And thanks to Texas, we now know that Facebook says it's St. Julian's Winery coming in, and I like their wines. I don't know what they're serving, but if they could do envy, I will be visiting them during intermission.
Yeah, maybe you sneak some wine into the set in some way. Maybe swap out some of the decanters or something like that. No, that should be a lot of fun. So, of course, we want people to come see the show. So, guys, how do we go about getting tickets for this?
Go ahead, Cassie. You got it.
I'll take half, and then you can fill in the blanks. Joe's very, very prepared, and I normally am not. So. Well, you can start by going to the show day of and trying your luck and getting tickets at the door. They are $15, and you do get assigned seating. I don't believe it's general seating at the door.
Okay.
And then if Joe wants to take the other half of this.
Yeah, you can certainly chance it at the door. We think this show will sell very well. We've actually had a number of ticket sales already, even though we're still a couple weeks out from opening. If you want to get your tickets in advance, which we highly recommend, visit us at beckwiththeatre.com. You can buy your tickets directly online using a credit or debit card, or you can call the box office at 269-782-7653. If nobody's there to answer, leave a message. They'll get back to you and they'll get you hooked up with your tickets. I do want to just let people know this is a 2-act play with a 15-minute intermission. So especially on wine night, you can get some refills, which is great. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to let folks know that we recommend, if we were to give a rating to this show, thank you. Yeah, it's probably PG-13. I mean, there is murder, and there actually is some adulterous happenings that I don't want to talk too much about, but they definitely happen. And there are some loud noises. Not going to tell you what the loud noises are, but they're there. So please be cognizant of those things as you're coming to the performances.
It's probably you screaming from time to time about something, or maybe a gunshot or something. That's just what I'm guessing.
Could be. What a mystery, Johnny.
Murder. That should be a lot of fun. Murdered to Death is the play, and it's happening at the Beckwith Theatre in Dowagiac. And if you've never seen a show at the Beckwith, highly encourage that, because it is a cool place. Plus, you got some great cast members, and like you said, Cassie, just a whole group of great people that are working behind the scenes and on stage as well. So should be a fantastic show. So looking forward to it. And thank you guys so much for everything you do. I know it's a lot of hard work to put a show together, and I appreciate you taking some time to talk to me about it.